going on, guys? We got some tales for y'all. My name's Heber.
Jhordy.
It's your boy Lil Scopic, aka OGKO, aka Miguel.
And today we're going to talk about empathy and some stories we have with it, some of our ideas about it. Really an all-around case of empathy, I feel. And then towards the end, getting into, like, I guess the compassion side, because that's, like, essentially what comes after empathy. But that's going to be the last section of this video. But we're going to start off with our childhood, because that's when life starts, and that's whenever you kind of, like, even may even be taught of, of manners, but, even, like, you think about it, like, when you're taught manners, I see with, like, my cousin, sometimes they understand manners, and sometimes they do it because they're told to, you know what I mean? It's like you see it with kids all around, and so it's, I don't know, I guess, I can't even, do you guys have any remembrance of when you were being taught that stuff? Or, like...
It's interesting, bro. Kinda. But trying to, like, pinpoint. Because, like, I remember as a kid, bro.
I'm like, I don't think so.
Because immediately what ties into mind is, like... Because, like, I don't know about y'all, because y'all never got ass whooping, right? So I started thinking about, like... Because, like, immediately what comes into mind is, like... I used to cry a lot, right, as a kid. And, like, sometimes it'd be over some silly shit. And so they'd be like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, stop crying type shit. And, like, they whoop my ass. So, like, you want to cry for real? Type shit, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I bring it up, bro, because...
that's how you learn.
That's how you learn, That's, like, part of, like, the mannerisms, I guess. And it kind of, like, tied in, like, with school. Like, whenever I would, like, act out, and I'd get home, and I'd get them sign-ins. Like, I knew what was waiting for me when I got home type shit, too, And so I started thinking, like, yeah, I know it's not the most, like, healthiest or, like, it's more traditional than modern, per se, but what I'm trying to get at is, like, that's one way I learned. But, like, outside of that, like, in terms of empathy, I'm still trying to, like, get to that part.
I mean, I feel that I didn't know just when it was integrated into... Because, like, my main influence was my mom, me growing up. And I got a lot of my empathy from her, but from a young age, I was very, people pleasing, That was my main thing. But it was like, it was kind of not, empathy was kind of just getting more of, like, pleasing, just attention.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think I understood it at all in my childhood. Yeah, like, it really took, like, later, like later in teenagehood, to even, like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm like, damn, this childhood thing's kind of a bogus. Ain't nothing there. You're just fucking ignorant kids,
Yeah, no, for sure. I started thinking about, like, killing bugs and shit, and, like, gutting them up and shit, not having...
No, but the
just,
thing
like...
is, you can learn about it at a young age, though. It's just, like, but it's, like, I don't know, you kind of even, like, see it even harder online with, like, teenagers. They're just, like, fucking brutal, fucking
true.
Like, they don't go fuck. They don't go fuck.
And, like, I feel like that's why there's so many, like, the saying, kids are mean. Kids could be mean, because it's just, like, when you're a kid, like, you bullies, bro, like, on some funny shit, like,
I forget about that. I forget people.
Yeah, bro, it's like...
Kids are mean. That's the thing. Oh, that's the thing. That's crazy.
And so it's interesting. Like, I feel like it's almost like normal to be, like, I wouldn't say lack empathy as a child, but for many, it's like, there's late bloomers, bro. Yeah. But then you also have your early bloomers, and it's interesting. But I feel like the majority, like, low-key, like, are very low levels of empathy as a kid, like you were saying, running around ignorant as fuck type shit, That's like the kind of vibes like I feel
Yeah, there's I'm like there's levels to it. Miguel, he was eating my fucking food, bro. That motherfucker didn't give a fuck.
on God, on God, on God. I was like you bring this up every now and then too, like on some real shit, like.
I think about it
that
like
shit
that's fucked
hurt me,
up,
bro, so hard,
And
bro.
I didn't give a fuck. I
Damn.
still did it. Like,
Oh
I was like,
man.
bro, that's my food for the day, bro. Like, god damn, bro.
I know, dude. Now I'll be thinking like, who knows if you ate after that,
That's
bro?
it's
Like,
clearly
Dude,
like.
that's so sad. Oh man.
I remember I did that shit in like.
I could never do
I remember
that.
someone
Oh
asked me like, "Do you not eat like? Do you not eat at home? Like, why are you doing this like here?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, because I want this ain't enough food for me." Like, you know. But like that motherfucker low key had empathy for me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Bro, like you good? Like, why you?" That's not empathy,
bro.
right? That's pity.
That's not empathy. No, motherfucker, you just took it. Ain't no damn empathy, bro. You just took that shit, bro. That's
No, I'm
different.
talking about the kid that asked me that. It was this kid that asked me. Anyways, but
That was curiosity.
okay, bro. Well, but yeah,
That's
moral of the
funny.
story is like, you know, kids can be mean and they also lack empathy. Doesn't mean they're sociopaths. It just means, you know,
Some might be though.
some could turn out, yeah.
No, some might be though. Some fucking
I'm
might
trying
be.
to.
Be aware
I'm
of that.
trying to think.
That shit's real as
My
fuck.
Facts.
actions towards people when I was a little kid or younger, and it's kind of crazy, but not crazy. I'm thinking of my first internet friend, and she introduced me, like you know her, Heber. We all know her, right? Like Eileen.
I was about to say some funny shit like her.
Yeah.
The last letter of her name ends with an N or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Sure, but she introduced me to like a lot of like different points of view, and I think I really learned like the woman's point of view, not to her, but like more open to it from because she was like I don't know, I think she's like 3 years older than us. I'm not sure how many years older than she is, but
Yeah, I mean that's another thing, you know. Even like you can see like people like sometimes late in age still like objectify women largely, and that's like that's lacking empathy entirely, you know. And it's like
it's
like
true.
like and that's
it's,
like this is just another level of not understanding or like you're not really caring about empathy, I guess. Or
it's
seeing people as humans. You know, I was just talking to Miguel about this, where it's like
one, a lack of guidance, and then it's like a whole other lack of like empathy and shit. But I'm sorry, I kind of interrupted that.
I think no, I know mainly my main influences. I learned from other people. It was mainly taught to me. Well, of course, but like I'm just thinking about when I became conscious of it, and I think that was around like 6th grade, probably. But like, oh wow, like I actually like
pretty early.
I feel like I affect people, like I really do, like. So I think that's when I started like. Nah, I think even earlier than that, to be honest.
Because like my kind of like I affect people like originally didn't even come from like a empathy point of view. It came from like a rationalization of like you know I was looking into like physics and like kind of like meaning of life, and it's like, oh, like okay, like influencing people in the best way possible is like objectively the best thing to do, and so it's like kind of like a rational thing, but it wasn't a feeling thing until I actually like felt kind of like, you know, started like, you know, it was like a different understanding of it. Not
shit.
Really.
That's a very different. That's so different.
Yeah, that's just because like that's what I was learning in my childhood before I even really like felt empathy like truly, you know, and like and we'll get into further understandings of how.
Damn, I don't even know when I started feeling empathy, bro. I mean, like, that's crazy.
It might be a progression thing.
It really like it's so different for everyone
because it's even like more experiences with it. You know, it accumulates to feel it more and just maybe just feeling more in more situations, or just like, you know, trying to retrain the mind to be open, you know.
True.
I try to see the love and humanity in everybody. Every comment I see, I try to see it as a human. Honestly, like it's a rewiring that I've been trying. It's a conscious effort.
I do remember one time though. I don't mean to cut you off, Chris, but I do remember this one time though. I dabbed up Chris, and he was
really
at my
good
he was at
one.
my house. He was at my house this one time, right? And it was like towards the end of the night. We had kicked it or whatever. And I remember on the way out, like I dabbed him up, and I was like, "All right, bro, like see you later." I think I told him like, "See you on the game" or some shit. But like I already knew we wasn't finna game. But like I told him that, and then like I remember I know we're gonna get onto this eventually later on in the episode, but later on in a shroom trip, I remembered back to that conversation we had, and I felt that shit like crazy. I was like, bro, I told him something, and he ended up telling me because we were tripping in this instance as well later on when I was also tripping together type beat. And I remember like we talked about this, like we talked about that little like dab up and like all right later, bro. And I started thinking about how like my words can affect somebody else, and now I started thinking like holy shit. And I was like and that was like a year ago when like I noticed that too, and like so I started thinking like maybe 2 years ago now. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at though is like that was like one of like the first times I feel with empathy that I can
Really?
remarkably bro like
Really?
yeah bro I
Wow.
suck with empathy. I'm gonna just keep
I
it a
Dude,
mean,
buck right
bro,
now. But
Chris,
like
I'm
Heber
sorry.
said,
I'm sorry.
it's a
I just
progression.
Chris, this
all
is
I
why I wanted psychedelics to be a segment of
okay.
the episode because I think truly a large portion of specifically
It just
males,
it's
specifically
just
males, like
so you're just like bruh like when I was like no it goes back even further than that like you're not even sixth grade
for
because
shit.
like I think for me I just know that whomever you were raised with and what because Heber was talking about but I forgot exactly
Mm-hmm.
like like I just get so deeply into people. So, like, I think a lot of that came from like me trying to be my best for my mom. So it's like I had to deeply understand her, and now that I real like looking back on it, like, I see that I was always really exposed to people just like showing me their emotions, like from texting
Yeah.
at a young age,
Oh, true,
and
true.
like they would tell me like their sufferings, and even from like older people. And I'm not gonna be like that's cool. Like I was never really like that. I was trying to, because I
Like poof.
remember my friend, my friend. This is a couple years later, but Iriana was telling me that my friend, like on Kick, she was telling like I don't even remember, but she was telling me like, oh man, you were so deep. But I've been like, what the fuck did I even talk about back then? But it was like correlated to like understand
You left
whomever I
me
was talking to.
on grade D. Like
Like, bro, like I don't even remember, but I think I've, now that I think about it, I think I've handled so many people's emotions that I kind of, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of like suppressed it or repressed it so I can get through those.
oh wow, that's
Oh, because
interesting.
you felt it so much.
I felt it so much to other people, so it's like a way to protect myself type shit. Wow, I ain't never thought about that, but
That's different. Because a lot of
that's,
people don't like they have the very opposite end of that.
What's the
I mean,
opposite
it
end?
was,
Not having empathy, like
I
yeah.
mean like you I mean like I'm
I think it
type
was
shit.
because I was so exposed to it when I was a young kid. I had to understand, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow, like I'm like that was like it's basically like that's a lot of like it's all. I mean, I'm into it. I'm into listening. People are so fascinating.
That's
It makes me
true.
think. I just, I mean, I wonder why it's so like for the males. I think it's really like the 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 things that were put on like oh guys shouldn't feel that. I think I was always like fuck that or some shit. I don't know, or like maybe I just didn't get a chance to really like. That's kind of silly
That's
from
hard,
a young
bro.
age.
Like that's hard, like good shit, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, thanks, man. I think because I just talked to so many people. Or
Yeah.
just I think I want to say talk. I'm more than just listen to them.
When did you like first learn like, all right, you know what, like shut up and listen?
Like to me?
No, like cause you were talking about like listen to like talk less and listen more. Like when did you first start doing that? Cause like I feel like that's something that you generally don't learn till like later on in life. But like I don't know, I feel like since you said you were an early bloomer with like already feeling shit, like sixth grade type shit, like empathy wise, I'm like thinking like you probably caught on to that also pretty early on.
No, I didn't because
No.
it's like my for me it was like I wasn't able to express my needs. So like when I was a kid, I wasn't really open like to expressing how I felt,
Yeah.
but I felt like I had to take care of other people. So I remember very recently, probably like a year and a half ago, I barely got into expressing anger for the first time. So it's like, because I felt that expressing my own needs would disrupt our relationship that I have with that person. So it was like a detached from myself, and it was only consumption of that person. But the listening thing, it was like kind of correlated to God. It's like if you really listen, you just don't hear him out. You hear that there's so much. I don't really know how to express it. And just like you gotta keep your ears open, but like you have to. I don't really know how to describe it. I really don't. I don't know how. It's just kind of like something like I learned myself. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of to
Yeah.
listening. I just know it to my bones, you know.
And you were saying like you mainly got like your I guess empathic skills from your mother, right? You were
Yeah,
saying?
my mom.
Well, like it's a very like contributing factor, like whatever
Probably,
is going on in the household.
yeah.
Like generally, I wouldn't say the entirety of it, but it definitely has a piece of the puzzle of like how and in many areas and whatnot, but also including how you take in whatever is going on in your environment and how you feel them, so yeah, no, that's cool, man. It's cool because like I started thinking about me, right? Like I started introspecting a little bit about myself too, and I was like, like I kind of can relate because I talked about it with my siblings too, especially my older sibling. I started talking about like I remember one night like we started talking about like we generally don't really like talk about like we're kind of like forced to like not I wouldn't say forced, but more so like not get too emotional in what we are going through. Like it's like put that shit to the side, like type A personality type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to get this shit done. Like fuck the rest shit. Like you know what I'm saying? And so like I guess emotionally numb per se. And so like even till today, like I still struggle with a lot of that. It's interesting, bro, to say the least, but going back to the empathy part, it's like I guess that's part of the puzzle. But like I can't entirely blame that either because at the end of the day, if I want to like grow, which I'm doing here now, like with my empathy, like he was saying, bro, we one step closer. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
Oh
know. I
yeah,
just think,
I told him earlier. I was like, we're gonna get you one step closer to
yeah.
understanding it, or because I mean, it's really everybody's at a different point in the progression, I guess, and the progressions are so varied and different. And I was just thinking about it, just what you guys talking about, like your own progression and like just kind of like I was just kind of like seeing for some reason it made me think of like, oh, like bro, I see y'all's auras and my aura and like y'all's like I'm like, what the fuck. It's just
Man, for the viewers that don't know us, bro, this podcast is really called Sumtales Therapy, bro. This is therapy sessions live on
nah, it
Nah,
camera,
like it kind of like
this is
gave me
just
a
us,
uploaded.
bro.
it just gave me a vibe of like because it really kind of like
This
it's like
therapy.
a s-
It's therapeutic.
it's like a slot of the kind of person this is, I guess. It's very crucial to the kind of being you are, I guess. And
What kind of being am I, Heber?
I don't know. I mean,
I'm
that's
fucking
I
with you,
mean,
bro.
you
But yeah,
said
what's up?
nah, I feel like everyone has the same emotions. It's just some push it more forward. Like,
Yeah, I would agree with that too.
you talking about like this certain type of people, but you're
I don't
so
know.
molded where you
I
can
don't.
like, because it's like there's like the soul energy, which is a whole different shit. But you can just kind of. That's just a whole different topic. I'm like, yeah, it's just wild.
Nah, go more on that, Heber. What do you mean the auras and shit?
Oh,
Like, what are you talking
that
about?
was just some bullshit I had in my mind that I wanted to say.
What?
Yeah.
Ain't no such thing as bullshit, man. What you talking about? Why you labeling what's on your mind?
Because the idea of aura is, I just meant to say like I was feeling y'all like how we eat, how we all so varied, and like, you know, that's all I was saying.
Nah, for real. We really be interacting in our own ways. Like Chris is a triangle, you a circle, and I'm a diamond. Look at us. Like we all look at us.
I'm the most intricate. Look at that.
You know, and yeah, we all somehow create one. Like we perfectly inelastic at the end of it. You know, we become one in conversation. I think it's really cool, man. And that's a physics term, by the way. Perfectly inelastic.
Nah, but you know, it's just different key moments for like a lot of different people. You know, like a big one is I think fatherhood might be a big one for like young adults. You know, like young kids that are like that might be like a big hit for them. Like, whoa,
yeah,
you know, like I think that's cool to think about.
I think it's crucial that parents learn about empathy before they have a kid.
Because that's how like when my parents yeah, in some ways, but
even though this is no right or wrong way,
but yeah, it's a curse
or right time. Oh shit, nah, for sure.
Yeah, child development is like insane. Like I've studied it so much.
You have?
And yeah.
That's cool, man.
Like child neglect is tremendous. Like it affects the kid so much.
Yeah, I often think about like when I see like kids crying at Walmart, you know, like like a big thing I hear is like it's super helpful is just to be there with the kid, you know, and when they're crying, just to like what's going on,
real.
You know, like and just be there with them. And if they can't explain it to you, to just be there with them during that.
And they still be like, yeah.
And that's like
you'd be like, laugh.
I hear that's the best thing you can do, and I'm like, that sounds like the best thing you can do, you know?
Yeah. Like when
that's facts.
If they're not ready to explain it, just be there with them.
There was this like Joe Rogan episode. I forgot where the fuck or who the fuck he was talking to. But it's like it helps a child's development. It has to do with like I think there's some correlation with abandonment issues if you just leave them to cry by themselves type shit. Or like I forgot the whole shebang if I'm being real. But I used to think the same. I used to think if you just let them cry, bro. Like if you carry them, they gonna get clingy, and then it's gonna be the opposite. They're gonna be like, because I think that's what parents fear, right? Like, oh, if you cater to the baby every time they cry and whatnot,
like a dog,
like they're gonna be the opposite from abandonment issues. They're gonna be like you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta find that balance. But I don't know, like Chris was saying, child development is like a whole. It's a lot, man. You know, but going back to what we were just talking about right now with the whole babies crying and shit. Yeah, man. It's much better. I'm sorry, I had a little brain fart. Excuse me.
No, but let me talk about what you said. With Joe Rogan. There's a guy named Gabo Mate or something.
You seen it too?
You cannot show your kid too much love because if you don't give your kid, like when he was talking about, like to really be there with them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like we have.
You said you can't show too much love to your kid, right?
Because like I said that. The thing is if your kid craves it and it's like it's longing for it and you don't replicate it, because they don't know how to like make those emotions, like how to take care of themselves. They're only like a child, and if you don't give them that, it's gonna become like they might like not show that as often. They might tune out. There's just so much shit that can happen when you just don't give your kids attention, and it can like make them stay in their head. But we're being the thing you were talking about was the clinginess. That's not true. That's not even like if you show your kid, if you baby them, they're not gonna need that from you because they got what they got.
Right. That's
when
my
you
new realization of it.
when like
Said it
there's
best. Oh God.
the mama boy,
Yeah.
or like it's like they always need their mom.
Yeah.
That's more of a um the mom makes all the decisions for the kid, so they don't let them think for themselves. And if they always need, like, it's more of like a more stricter on the child.
Yeah.
So if it's like, don't, they're gonna need their mom to make the decisions for them, so they're gonna
True.
cling more to them, because without, it's just a whole different, yeah,
That's
it's a
true.
whole, yeah,
It's you're
it's a whole
going
different
into a
thing.
whole different topic, but yeah, no, I type shit. But going back to empathy though,
To go back on that,
yeah,
you have to be very caring towards children, because those are the people you're gonna talk to later on in life. So,
It's
and
our
even
future.
then,
It's our
fire.
future.
yeah,
They're
they
really the
live in
future.
the future, man. I'm gonna die
Like, that's one
because
of the
they're
biggest
gonna
things.
die.
Protect the children. This is just our fucking future.
It's just so important. I see kids.
And it's like how the parents often talk about, like, oh, he teaches me so much, you know, like
Man,
even as like a child, like the children teach you so much, like, uh,
Interesting.
Man, I
they
just
rule the
think,
world.
man, I just think about kids. Oh my god, that shit, it's incredible. Like, the kids are so cool. Like
The biggest
babies, and
influence on
watching,
humanity.
watch, man, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, until they're 18 and then max out all your credit cards and it, like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Like,
Nah,
damn,
yeah,
bro,
for
you
sure.
crazy, bro.
Like I lived 3 different lives already. Nah,
It's
fuck
like
with
you
y'all,
fear
but
your little brother's gonna be that. Imagine.
shit, no.
God forbid,
But
but no.
I want to go back on, like, oh, excuse me. Oh, I want to go back on the car. I mean, I have a lot to talk about. Like, I can keep going childhood, because like that's all I introspect
Oh.
on, to be honest.
I'm like, yeah, because
I
you want
thought
kids. Look at this.
Sure.
I thought we moved on to understanding empathy.
Oh God, bro. Can we
Uh,
go back to empathy, bro? Like,
Nah, go back.
I
What you
mean,
mean?
I'm having
I
more
thought.
empathy for the topic empathy than this child development shit, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, this was like a child development segment, but like we
Like, I don't
should.
want to talk about it no more, mate.
I
The
mean,
title ain't about babies,
I mean that's a
and I put that on baby.
but we should. But if you wouldn't mind, creating, we could just move on to the understanding empathy.
we just go. We just go.
Put a pacifier on
I
it.
feel like that's a big one, but I don't know. It might not be because we already a lot. But so shit, man. So it kind of it's a lead off. It's a lead off of the previous topic because it's
It
like
is?
yeah, because it's like there's during like childhood, it's like you a child until you understand empathy, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Fuck.
yeah, so it's like
I was never a child.
Dude, on God, Chris like barely lived his childhood, bro.
oh my god, dude, that's the thing. Oh my god, fuck, that's so true.
Like that. That's crazy, bro.
and see that's and that's why Chris's story is
Because
so
he was always on that game. Not fucking with you.
and so
Nah, y'all were on that game though. Like,
A
I
little
was.
bit, yeah.
yeah.
Fuck. But what we're gonna mainly go into is to when
You
we
know,
came to terms.
oh no, the empathy.
Yeah, what up, Heber?
The earliest empathy I could actually think of might be like with the bros, you know, like in
With the bro?
like with the bros online, you know, on PS3 type shit. That's like
Really?
like close empathy, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's my bro, you know what I'm saying? Because it's
Damn.
because the thing is, bro, it's all good vibes. You know, you're playing the fucking game. It's fucking like dude, there's nothing bad going. That you only have good good vibes attached to that person. Like, dude, it's a fucking, and it's sometimes you talk about your life, like, man, that guy's a person.
It's
you know?
cool, yeah.
Yeah. And like
Man,
doing that as a kid,
I
I'm
think-
thinking about the home
It's
in
crazy.
Tavian. I love Tavian, bro.
Tavian's one of my
Man.
early
Tavian,
homies.
man.
Tavian's one of the earliest people, cause dude, I met that guy when I was fucking like what 11, and it's fucking,
Damn, son, you know that fool for a decade.
on Little Big Planet, boys. Oh shit,
Bro.
a
Decade.
yes sir, but yeah, man.
Decade.
And and we chopped it up a lot, you know, and so we talked a lot about life, you know, cause that game is so social, you know. It's like
True.
It's like you don't even need a mic. You could just chat in the type box, and that's what he did. He typed in the chat box, bro. We connected to, like for until we got a mic,
Damn.
And then he wouldn't even want to use the mic. This guy, but yeah. But that's I just wanted to mention that because I was like, hold on, that's an aspect of childhood where like
that's funny.
First empathy.
Man.
Damn, bro, you didn't know how to use a mic. You said?
Huh? Yeah. Because once they got a mic, he was like iffy about using it or whatever. I don't know. He was like,
for sure.
Anyways. we wanted to get into like how we started to understand empathy. Well, what were our influences? How did we learn more about it? What points of our lives? So, for y'all, what was the main case with like understanding this shit?
So you know how like there's like 4 or 5 different stages, and one of them being empathy. It's like pity, sympathy, empathy, compassion, subtraction. Nah, I'm fucking with the subtraction part, but I was about to start rapping. Nah, but on the real note, yeah, and so I kind of, first of all, I had to know what the fuck each meant. What's up, bro?
I completely forgot you were like a musician. Anyways, go on.
Well, so like with those, it's like I first had to learn the definitions of each, and then I was like, okay, so that's what empathy means. Like, yeah, like there's some folks that go and watch this video and not know the difference between tomato and tomato, sympathy and empathy, even though they're like completely different things. I used to confuse them all the time as a kid. Like, I'm so sympathetic, I'm so empathetic. Bitch got pity for me. You know what I'm saying? Like compassion and passion. Even though passion's a whole different thing from compassion. So for me to understand empathy, first off, I had to know the definition of empathy. And if I'm not mistaken, it's just understanding what someone is telling you. And not only that, but also like essentially walking in their shoes, you know? And from what you're listening. And so that was where the understanding came in. And so then I started like, you know, going, because like what more is there to talk about? Like life experiences? Like under this bullet point?
Yeah, life experiences, I think, in some sense, because
you're talking more of like the technical, like information learning.
Well, yeah, that's how it started, you know. I don't know if there, like I said, like I'm kind of limited with experiences on this hoe right now, but on this topic, but with more so with that's how it started for me, bro. What about you, Heber?
It's my life, bro. Like, what's it called? I was just thinking about it, and it just kind of like hit me about how heavy this is for me, in terms of like my journey with it, and like how because like there's been a lot of like pain that came from not being empathetic, and and it's just it's like, yeah, just very heavy toll from all that. And
ain't that something?
Yeah, and so it's like a heavy process, and it's like but it's also a massive transformation, you know, and it's something that kind of like in some ways repressed because there's just so much transformation in so many different aspects of life, and so it's like most of that, it's kind of like I don't think back on it because there's so much to think back on, and so but it was like just fucking crazy, like oh well, but I mean there is, I'll get into like the psychedelics segment, I guess. I don't know, I'll get into like my earlier experiences, but like it really came into fruition even after taking psychedelics, like the getting even further into the understanding and application of, you know, empathy, and really getting just the understanding.
I just find it crazy how like from feeling absolutely nothing makes you feel absolutely shit, you know, because you were saying how you felt from lack of empathy, you felt immense pain from that,
and I just found it retrospecting on my actions, you know.
Yeah, yeah, the guilt.
after understanding. Yeah, because it's like,
Yeah. It's like a cause, not a
it's
cause,
like,
well, actually, yeah, kind of a
and
cause
it's
and
like,
effect kind of thing going on.
and it's like I obviously like I talked about it before, and like I think the New Year's, but it's like there's like a few month period where it's like just everyday reflection on past events, and like and trying to like love, or trying to know that if in those events I would do the empathetic thing. I would do the thing out of love rather than,
Well,
anything, if
to you,
anything
man.
else, and
Yeah.
and after enough times going through every moment that would, because it was just kind of like a trauma thing, moments would pop up, and so I was like, okay, dealing with this by doing the thing. And so it's like enough times doing that, it was like, dude, like I'm such a good person, dude. Like I fucking, like, dude, I'm amazing, like in terms of like, I really think like
Oh God,
I start to
dude,
love
you
myself
are
and
you
stuff,
are
right?
him, bro.
And
Cause
so
like I'll tell you right now, Heber, you're probably one of like the 10 people in my life that like and like has like tickled my empathetic like brain cells, bro. Cause I'll tell you right now, bro, like you've definitely made me feel
if anybody's been through it,
empathy,
it's been
bro.
me looking at.
Nah, like you live it, so you release it. You know what I'm saying? Like you make others feel empathy too. I feel when they're around you, but like in a good way. Not in a bad way. Like now you be making homies feel bad, like you know what I'm saying. But like you make them feel, you make them like feel. You make them feel. Like that's crazy. Like like yeah, on God, bro. Like
Nah,
you really be painting the picture
I just
with
remember last
empathy,
night
bro.
when I was in college, I was getting a car ride home. Like the whole time I was just like so much, like I was like, yo, thank you so much. Like, I was just like so much love. Like I love y'all so much. Like y'all so good to me. Like like it was like, that was like excruciating. Like I was like, oh my God, this is too much. Like
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
you're good,
crazy.
bro. What's it called? Let me ask you,
Crazy.
Heber, because you said it was like a difficult, because like this experience made you like extremely more introspective on your actions towards other people. Was it like a difficult? Was there something difficult that just wouldn't click with you in understanding, and like you couldn't understand how that thing you did made them react how they did? Like you just couldn't understand, you couldn't empathize, like just understand that part. Is it
I think it was maybe specifically trying not to empathize, and not
why?
probably like alter motives, or like, stuff, just bad, things that, I mean generally, I mean or sometimes it just or it like like might even become like the norm to like you don't even think about it, and it's it's a thing that like I have, or like I try to deeply introspect on every now and then, because it goes away for me, like it really goes away, the ability to see. And I've and I talk about it in like the personal videos that I talk to myself about this, where like the importance of this is like the out of the ideology that you know like, because and one of the reasons why I even started like doing that is because in one of the podcasts I was listening to, they were talking about like just a general person who was in the side of darkness and doing evil actions. And in that moment I realized, I was like, whoa, I can't empathize with them right now. And that was like really like striking to me, because during my like during that phase of learning empathy, it was like I was, since I was like, I saw myself as the worst person, I could empathize with just anybody that was terrible. And it's just like, and so and I think it's important to empathize with anybody that's there. And because the thing is, I mentioned this earlier, it's like you don't have to agree with somebody to empathize with them, because but you need to empathize with them to be able to love them. And you need to love so that you don't exert hate. um and and so it's like kind of like back to the Carl Jung. It's like the darkest roots go up to the lightest heavens, or whatever. And it's and so that's why I try some, because it does go away, like me, the previous me that was, it's kind of like I can't even like really tap into that but like I recently had like probably like a few weeks ago was the most recent time, like I tried to like really think through it, and like just like the terribleness of how I got there, and how I became that, like just the mess, the mess, and how it happened, and really seeing like the regret, because it really goes away, and it's crazy because just it's not like something worth.
Why do you think it's so hard to learn how to empathize with people?
No, it's well, it's not.
Not,
Oh, what do you
it's
mean
not
by?
hard, but it's why it's easier to choose hate.
Huh, I don't. Well, I guess
I don't
let me see. I was right now it's difficult because I'm so like I get hmm I get because I mean it might be just difficult. I don't know. I see it with like I guess like the most recent. It's like I obviously like I saw somebody that I know like tweet that they hate like they're like a party, Republican party. I'm like, you hate like the people, and like they hate it, and I was like, I just can't believe that they're like spewing like hate, and so and empathizing with it just kind of like made me sad, and but then so it's like I wasn't even empathizing. I was just kind of feeling pity for a bit, and then kind of when I tried to empathize further, this happened like in the past week, when I tried to empathize further, it was kind of like about it got it made me like write down that thing about like you don't have to agree with somebody to but it was just kind of like I guess well because after I empathized I tried and I was like okay well the next step is compassion so I was like I'll try to like figure it out. I was like what do they like what do they need to know to like I guess because maybe sometimes people don't know. I don't know, maybe I didn't like or they don't know the weight. They don't know the weight of it.
I think you're going in a way of like the more logical way,
Hmm.
and that makes sense
Oh,
for
okay.
how you think. And you're saying what do they need to know rather than what do they need to have
Okay,
for
well, I guess for
themselves?
me personally, it was since my mind's like kind of like that. I don't know.
I also was going in that route. I was thinking like if you have two parties that aren't like connected through empathy, I feel like there's a communication barrier, most times. So
Oh, I think it's
like,
just lack of empathy.
but I feel like because of the lack of the communication barrier is what's causing the lack of empathy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like like Chris is more so
I think
going to
no, I
what
think
they
that's like
have
I
or
think.
what they need
Hmm. Oh,
to
okay.
feel
Okay, I see
empathy,
what you're
but
saying. Yeah, I don't got the tools right now. I'm sorry.
But like, say for
So
example, because I'm going back to
But
like an instance, right? Like, say for example, I'm
fuck,
doing something and I'm unaware that it's affecting somebody
fuck, I
else,
don't got shit.
and if somebody else isn't like addressing it to me, I'm gonna keep doing it, unaware that it's actually affecting them. You know what I'm saying? And to them, I might be like, ah, shit, you know what? Like, hey, bro, let me tell you how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And then like that might make me feel and like, wow, you know what? Like communication really can be the step forward for empathy, bro, for feeling empathy. I
oh
feel like
yeah,
that's a good that's
Right,
a, like
right, right. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a big point.
it's a big component, but I feel that sometimes we
But
just don't really. I really feel like sometimes people don't know how to express themselves,
oh, I see.
100%.
and
Okay, right. So it's yeah.
so it's
So
So
many
like
that
different forms.
some people can express themselves in hate, but
right.
that's all they really know because it's kind of like no love from themselves. Because they like if you can't express it, then like how can you even express it to yourself?
Yeah,
And you
right.
wouldn't
Like
really put that out there if you don't have that. So in the
True.
book I read, which immensely affected me, The Power of Now, um, it made me think about people who say things unconsciously. They're not really there when they say it because being loving is a very intentional thing. It's kind of like intentional, but kind of like second nature.
in
Like
some
you have
ways,
to
yeah.
fully be present with that person
Mm-hmm.
or whomever
Right,
you're
right.
with. And I be doing it with my. I try so hard to do that with like with anything, like animals, like things. Like I don't want to kill shit. I've been looking at my dog. Like this is my dog, man. Like it's so incredible.
Damn
And like
far.
I think about people who spread hate, and I there was someone doing so cool on Instagram, And in the comments, it was just straight haters, man. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Bro, this is so dope. And I'm like, bro, there's more
Constructive
people.
criticism, bro. Nah, look at us.
Like, it might be envy. Maybe they never really got support. Like, there's so many things that could go into people's life. But the only real way, we can never assume. We just have to ask. And I feel a lot of people just don't ask why they're spreading hate. They just want to give them things to change rather than try to understand why they're like that. People just give, because I remember prior I was very like, this is the way, rather than like understanding their mold and their foundation on their build on.
True, but then it's like, say you ask them, but like, how are they gonna respond if they don't know how? Like, say they don't know how to respond to that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not in a rush. Don't be in a rush with people. It's like, it's a relationship, and like if you're trying to yank something out of someone, they're gonna pull like you trying like it was in the Alchemist, how I don't know who said it, but the person who holds on so tight is like I forgot the quote, but like the wind will blow them away, but they're holding on so tight to something. Like, I don't really know. Or like, I know it's not coming to me.
We gotta find that quote, bro.
Oh man, I don't got it right now.
Heber, you best pull that quote up on here.
Like, Heber looked it up. Imagine he was the guy that looked shit up. Nah, but you just gotta be very. You just gotta. There's really no rush with people.
True.
There's no rush, man. You can be like that with yourself. Like, yeah, we're gonna die, and we only have so much time, but living is a very emotional experience. And if you want better experiences, you're gonna have better relationships. You have to listen to people. It's not about you. I mean, it is. It's like a unity thing. Yeah.
Heber's so ready to talk about shrooms over there. Just look at him, man.
Oh, I wasn't necessarily thinking about that, but it's just like, you know, he's like when he said he's not about you, he's like, oh, so what's been on your mind today? You know, it's like.
Yeah, I made a piece about, because like we're being so caring towards others. I'm not really used to being asked questions, because I'm very like, I ask a lot. So I made a piece like, who listens to the person who always asks, you know? So it's like, when do you actually talk? Because I'm very like unempathetic with myself at sometimes. So it's like, this is a whole shift. Like, I gotta have self-acceptance so I can portray these ideas I do have. So it came from a very like so involved in people, and now I'm just becoming so involved in myself. But it's like, I'm building like a better version of myself so others can become better, because I'm giving them better shit, you know what I mean? So like, bringing everyone up type of shit. It starts with the man in the mirror. Yeah.
There's a man in the mirror right now. Like, if I go look, like, there's just a fool waiting right there.
Justin Timberlake.
Like, right now, before I show up, like, he finna be there. He there right now. No, it's like that shit. But yeah, no, 100%, man. It really does start with you.
Like, he always shows up, man.
Like, like with understanding empathy. With understanding empathy, you had to actually, like, people who can express themselves. Yeah. I look at body language a lot. Like Miguel's, this fool closed off, bro. Like,
that is such an assumption, bro.
And I'm gonna do that if you can't express yourself, bro. Like, it's just in the back of my head. It's just like, I've studied it so long.
Do you think?
And this fool.
No, long. You only been alive for 21 years. Looking at how. What are you talking about, long, bro?
Do you feel like you give like a little too much weight to some of your assumptions?
At times, but it's mainly like gut feelings.
Man, fuck your gut. You probably full of shit. Literally.
You see how I said something about Miguel,
and I'm getting defensive.
And he's getting defensive.
See, how did I know that? Because I also have intuition.
But then he's gonna get more walls off. But his walls are like jokes. So it's like, you gotta really understand the homie you're talking to, because
actually,
it really takes, like, everyone is so different.
Yeah, I'm different. What can I say? Look at
You
us.
see?
Yeah.
He's like, you're not stopping me. He's like,
You're not stopping it, I got.
I mean, but I mean, I can keep going on about, like, because this topic is so, like, come on, like, this whole podcast, like, bro, there's like a solo episode.
This is that
of just
motherfucking
me.
therapy session, bro. I've been saying. Heber,
like, there's no
like,
line.
where is something that you guys liking?
you know what rhymes with I've been trying? Psilocybin. Nah, fuck with you. What's up, bro?
Lacking?
Yeah, like, what is something you feel that you guys can improve on?
I was talking to Miguel about, like, my most recent, like, kind of, like,
apparently my walls I got built up.
my most recent kind of thoughts on empathy, and I guess I would consider them improvements, is like, you know, empathizing with like all the people who spew hate in the car, or like really not just that, but like just generally every comment, you know, is like a person, you know, and it's like they you know, it's like if because hate, you don't always exert hate, you know. Sometimes you keep it inside, you don't exert it, but you feel it. And that's it's not a good, it's and it's sometimes it's reoccurring, and and it's not, and so it's like I've gotten rid of that by just like seeing him as a person, and like bro, this guy is just, you know, like there's no reason to even have like that kind of thought of hate anymore, because you understand that that's a person who's, you know, it's for a reason he said that, and you know, you don't have to agree to empathize, like I said earlier, but you need to empathize to love. And love is the only way of turning an enemy into a friend.
Do you think you can only empathize? Because, like, you can only love them if you empathize with them, but, like, you said that. I'm trying to think about it, if I agree with that.
I mean, I
can
understand that.
I can understand it.
Because what if,
like,
it's crazy.
Obviously, if you know you love somebody, and like there's moments you don't,
if you don't know them at all, you know.
Huh? Oh.
If you don't know them at all.
Yeah, I mean,
like when I was finessing your food in cafeteria, bro, like you must have hated me, bro.
You can show love to people you don't know, as long as you like, you can show love. That's empathize. You empathize prior to, like, that's love. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
Or at least the compassion is love. I don't know. Like,
True. Shit.
And it's like, I was telling Miguel, it's like, I was like, that's the whole like division in our country, like in us, you know, like,
man, free Trump. Look at that. 137 years, bro.
I saw a picture. It was like damn, he looks so fine in the court.
Shit, you think they got fucking what is that hair medicine called? Do you think they have that in jail? Shit. Propecia? You think they got Propecia in jail? Because I know he'd be taking that. Sure, I used to take that hoe too. But that's a whole different topic of discussion. But yeah, no, 100%, man. 100%. I like that. I like how you said you gotta have love for your op in order for them to be your friend.
The feds lately, man. The feds made a fucking list. Anybody that says it's over, or like certain like based, or like a certain like meme terms, they put you on a list.
Wait. What?
If you say any of those words on online, they put you on a list or whatever.
Shut up.
Crazy, bro.
Like, goddamn.
Ain't no way that exists, bro.
It's the feds,
man.
yeah,
So you telling me they watching our cast?
Bro, it's not. Bro, chill out, bro.
And they not even liked or subscribed. Like, bro, I hate that shit. Look at us.
I'll talk about, like,
we just talk about hate.
It's like text posts, bro. They're not gonna fucking go through video.
Man.
Nobody gonna. Oh yeah, shit. Maybe in future they got the capability of running all the data.
Well, since we're talking about the feds, we might as well talk about a fucking Scheduled 1 substance now, shall we?
I was just like, oh well, actually, the data can sometimes be accumulated really quickly, and like
no, facts,
with the AI videos that are coming out, like text to video, like just write down a text and a video excerpt that comes out. But what were we talking? Psychedelics? You wanted to go into that?
I mean, yeah, bro. I feel like that's like the biggest one in terms of empathy. Like outside of like, because I feel like we really like, you know, yeah, like we're like getting closer to like the main topic, which is no, it's not the main topic, but yeah, bro. Let's talk about shrooms. Fuck yeah, let's do it. I'll let you start that off because like you're the most experienced.
But hold on. I think Heber and we've had this conversation a lot.
For real.
And like,
without me,
well, I didn't even say what I said, but
damn,
what's it called? Like the tools, because you guys like were shown these ways to empathize with this tool of like psychedelics.
I wasn't taught with that shit. I found out through it.
You were shown a lot more with it. And it was like a tool that helped you out. And I remember talking about like using your hands to dig a hole, like to get into that stuff. And it's like they're just such a different, so different than like my life.
Yeah, but like imagine if you don't stretch before you start plowing, you might fucking pull a bone, you know. And that's like the metaphor or with the analogy going on. It's like the
shrooms is your stretch.
No, the pre like research is the stretch.
Oh,
and looking into like, you know, proper, you know, quote unquote proper ways and like kind of like and understanding the substance before you take it, you know. And it's like the whole drug education. It's like,
what would be the metaphorical stretch for like the other using your hands instead?
I think we're getting too far into this.
No, I love analogies. I think this is a great analogy. But,
an analogy. There you go.
But I understand. But he went a weird way with it. But I was just mentioning how like
I think what I'm mainly trying to say with the shovel and the fucking tool shit.
Trying to say, bro.
Yeah, that there's many different ways to get into empathy, and like there's like certain influences that can help us get into it.
They got like a little tiny shovel.
I think about. You know what I'm saying? I think about.
Sponsored by Home Depot. Look at that.
Imagine we get sponsored by Home Depot.
This is a good analogy for a sponsor. Maybe I'm gonna hit him up with the email about it.
He's gonna offer you a job, bro.
You like skip to this part, you know. They're like, bro, this fool's talking about shrooms.
It's like, we can make this an animated short and put it on ads everywhere.
On God, bro. Home Depot better sell shrooms in like 20 years or anyways. What's up?
But guys.
What's up? Bring them the value and the high. But I don't know.
I was going to make a point with this. I think I'm just like, I understood this shit without it. But
now that's about it.
But I'm sorry, guys. Like, I got to go pee.
Oh, yeah, but
that's my saying, bro. You can't just, like, come on, bro. You can't just do that, bro. You can't just say that, bro.
But the first thing...
I know, like... What's up, bro?
The first thing I wanted to mention about this, I wanted to say before you, like, cut me off to talk about your spiel or whatever, and now you gotta go pee, but I was gonna be like...
What you gotta pee out? Like...
I was like... What are the best movies to watch on mushrooms?
I don't know.
Fucking hey guys, please don't take this seriously.
Fucking Forrest Gump.
Please go pee. I don't take this seriously. I'm sorry.
The Titanic. I don't know. God. I'm thinking of like those movies that make you really like emotional. You know.
The joke would have landed better if Chris didn't cut me off. Right.
Oh really? Was it like?
Yes.
Was there like a pun or some shit?
It was just would have been better integrated. All right.
It's like, why did the mushroom get invited to the party?
Alright, bro. Don't ask me.
I just did. Now I'm assuming you just want to say, I'm not going to answer it. Well, I'm going to answer it. Because he was a fun guy. Damn, bro. That was quick. You must have not needed to pee that bad. Alright. Anywho.
You must not need to pee that bad.
That was good.
You said that was good?
That was good.
You tasted it?
Yep. That was good.
It happens.
You recycle your piss like an astronaut?
It happens, Miguel. Can we like understand that? Like, can we empathize with the buddy here? Like,
I mean, I guess if there's like benefits to it.
Like, what's up with you? Damn near throwing out aggression.
I don't know. I'm an aggressive person.
That's like, maybe if you empathize more, you wouldn't be like, oh.
I'm like, yo, look at this.
Nah, I had some realizations over there, bro.
Oh yeah.
Where? Oh,
I went to the restroom and I was like,
fuck, it's 2 a.m.
you got work
I
tomorrow.
I'm not, I do, but what's it called?
That's the
There
deepest
was a thing I was, nah, this is before, I think, no, this was like identity shit. I was like, is my identity so odd to me because I've been so involved in other people's like emotions, so it made myself really.
Probably.
Anyways, it's just like,
Probably.
That's crucial, bro. I'm trying to hear that.
You tell that to your therapist, she's like, yeah, maybe.
Like, what you mean, maybe?
Like, bro, like
I'm paying for this session. Tell me what's wrong with me, doctor.
I was peeing. I'm like, damn, bro.
That's what she tell you. That's what they tell you, man.
Damn.
They're like, maybe.
That's a good idea. I'll write that down.
Yeah, on God, like we can't rule it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. That's fucking crazy. Oh man.
Okay. Okay.
we can't.
The fuck?
We can't rule it out.
Yeah.
That's the funniest shit, bro. Imagine I'm telling. That's the first thing to say. That we can't rule it out.
It's funny.
You're getting fucking fired.
I mean, I feel like that's how it goes with diagnosis and shit. Like, that's like, come on, bro.
The therapist don't give a fuck, bro.
You a fucking like science experiment at that point, bro. Like,
Oh man,
that's kind of cool. Like, where's empathy from them, bro? Like,
I thought you learned about psychology, motherfucker.
Like we gotta fill in day blanks.
Bro, you know what? Miguel did? He just learned information.
What?
He don't give a fuck.
How does it go back to me?
That's how I was, bro.
You drink your own piss, bro. What the fuck?
You know, I was just thinking about how, this actually kind of leads into the topic. I was just thinking about how, like, there is always, like, the general sense of I'm trying to better myself, throughout, like, throughout my entire, like, youth, And so, I mean, like, not to say that I knew I was going to get there, but, like,
Like, you was bad drunk last weekend, though.
But this goes along with, having that alignment with psychedelics.
Psychedelics on God.
Yes.
Not alcohol.
No.
Never done.
So psychedelics.
Shrooms in particular.
I guess I'll start with my story.
Okay.
Please do. Shit, what? Okay, where are you from, bro? Look at us.
Anyways, so it's really just and I heard about before even taking psychedelics the fact that mushrooms enhance your empathy. It's just kind of like one of the effects, that are bullet pointed,
Yeah, like how weed gives you cotton mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like shrooms give you empathy.
Yeah, and a potent amount, and that's like largely, and also that combined with the general intensity of feeling anything, like whatever you're feeling, it's just gonna be intense, and so that's like that's like the whole like rule behind bad trips or whatever. And it's like people try to figure out, or like the YouTube videos try to figure out the
because it amplifies what you're feeling already.
The videos try to figure out the most optimal way to prevent any kind of negativity in your brain. And I get that, but it's like I think sometimes if you trust yourself, you can go into dark places with yourself.
And I feel like you really need to go into dark places.
Need to.
Yeah, you need to.
I mean, you can. I feel. I love what you're saying here, but you sound a bit too aggressive.
I feel that the more you go into your own like things you don't agree with yourself, the more like the more love you have for yourself, you know.
Yeah, it's a powerful thing to do, to go against your fundamental beliefs, you know, or just generally the bad. I don't know. I don't know what you mean, dark.
I mean, like if you lean into your insecurity, if you just lean really deeply into it and just go so in it, you find so much about yourself, and you can almost hold yourself. And it's like
I know what you're saying.
any storm you push yourself through, it's gonna end. But the thing is like you do. I mean, on this only so many. Not everyone can handle it. It's
That's
like
fair. Yeah.
I mean, I can say not everyone can handle it, but I think everyone can. But some people might go into a wrong direction, and it might become
that happens. Yeah.
It might
I mean, and I think that's why with the whole drug safety thing, they try to go with the most optimal strategy of say it's also what the therapists do, the psychedelic therapists, that they follow a lot of these guidelines as well, and the whole idea is the therapy's integrated, and it's a very helpful thing, you know.
Oh yeah, like meditation on it and shit.
Yeah, and there's also the lessons of integration, because a big thing about psychedelics is after it's all over, integrating any thoughts and lessons into your life, actually, you know. And that's a process of its own, and that's something that therapists would also walk through you with, since they're there with you for the trip.
That's fire, dude.
It's it's a cool thing, yeah. But
yeah,
the reason I really wanted to make this a segment was because partly just because of it's so crazy to me how I think it's probably statistically somewhere a lot of males get their first sense of empathy through psychedelics, or at least their first strong sense of empathy to
actually
level. So, or at least or maybe I'm just saying that because I've seen a lot of women complain about that, or it's crazy. I know it's weird. It's but because I'm like, oh, that's facts. I'm like, ah, that's me. I'm like, oh, that's me. Oh, for sure.
We so fake, bro.
Like I said, why do men only gain empathy after taking something like that? It's they stereotype us.
Rightfully so.
And I'm like, yeah, rightfully so, I guess, you know.
For lack of better words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I guess that's why I wanted to mention it too, because it's it's epidemic. I don't know.
Epidemic. It's a pandemic.
It's a pandemic, bro.
I don't know, dude.
We don't give a fuck.
As men, we don't give a fuck.
Shit.
Well, that's why this is an all men fucking. Imagine.
We just play it.
If you don't give a fuck, you probably are bad.
Chill.
Leave a comment if you're a man. Imagine all our subscribers comment it's just all guys.
Damn, at least I made it this far into the video. Y'all some real ones, bro.
For real.
Oh yeah.
I thought I didn't give a fuck.
Appreciate y'all for sure. Appreciate y'all.
Y'all helping us eat, bro. Nah, that's
not at all.
But nah, for sure, dude. Especially I don't know. I don't even want to say men. I just want to say more so masculine community, bro. Shrooms really do bring out that
if we really want to go into it, it's probably societal pressures, you know.
I wanna, yeah. What's up, bro? I'm trying to get
for
into
real?
it.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you a question to get into it, but yeah.
Oh, for real? What you gonna ask?
I was gonna ask is nah, just go into it.
Well, just spill your beans,
Heber. What were you really getting into? It was
your favorite drug of choice?
No, it was the societal pressures from men in general, and fucking. There's just so much
Nah, for real. Societal pressures. I mean, yeah,
social pressures. That was a good episode.
Just because
on me,
there's a I don't know, I guess. There's a I'm sorry, but there's a a spotlight, I guess. I feel like to be a man in some sense, but you can get rid of the spotlight, you know, if you don't want
Why?
it. If you don't want it, bro, like, bro,
Oh,
like it's because it's like it's like it's engaging in some feeling, like it's a feeling of entrapment in some sense,
okay, that's interesting.
that I can't do this, you know, that I like. What are you on about? I can literally do that, like. What are you talking about?
Okay. Like for
Like,
example, like
that's
dudes
just
can't
like,
wear nail polish. Bitch, yes I
yeah,
can.
the classic, dude. Like, I literally can.
Guys can't get earrings, but I did. You know what I mean? Like
Type shit.
I get really mad.
Or it's like,
No, for sure, for sure. No, yeah, there's
How
yeah.
was your first experience getting on the
getting on what?
psychedelics?
Oh, so like, probably
Thirsty.
the
Gonna go
mushrooms.
pee again.
The mushrooms was the first one that really brought the empathy out, because LSD I tried kind of like too young, to where like it was mostly like self progression and in different areas of myself, and it was like it was progression, but it wasn't like an empathy at all. It was just about like personal growth in other ways. Not really, that wasn't a focus. But it really got brought to light, with my first like mushroom trip, I guess. Um,
Maybe not your first.
Maybe not my first. My second, definitely.
Yeah.
My second, definitely. That's probably. I mean, I've only had like two good ones. You know, two big ones. You know what I'm saying?
True. True. Like my first one was nowhere near my second
All
one.
the other like 20 times were micros. You know what I'm saying?
So you really have yet to like revisit with those substances on like a larger scale again.
But I remember there was very powerful moments, and it was like obviously like knowing those facts, and it was also but no, but eventually it did come through with LSD as well, though. Just simply because generally, what since having used LSD previously, I understood like how it affected me, and the way that I could use it, or the way that I was trying to use it after like two tries, you know. And so it's like there was an aim, you know. And so that third time, it was like it was you know, it's just like I understood that my thoughts are gonna travel far into a direction, and it's like I have to be cautious of that direction. It's like, and then it's like when certain things popped up, and it's like I was like, oh shit, and it's like, and I'm like, okay, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into this. There's nothing to be scared of, you know, because I was like, there's obviously like a big like anxiousness, because, or at least in the beginning, because the whole bad trip, what's it called? What is it called? Propaganda. The fucking bad trip propaganda was genuinely had got to me, and that's the thing. Bad trip propaganda gets to a lot of fucking people, and it's fucking upsetting. It's crazy. But
when people say bad trips, I just think about like you needed that, like you needed to go through that.
Some people
shit.
don't understand
like
that.
Like it's in you, like it's not
But it's like the fear
of.
around it. Yeah, it's not.
I just feel like if you don't come out,
well, no, because even even after studying it and understanding that it's a propaganda thing, there's still the understanding that it's an intense pain, and it's like knowing that, and it's like I know that's coming, and I'm like, like I knew that, I literally knew it, and that's the thing with like other mushroom trips as well. It's like, I know what I'm getting myself into. This is not gonna be kind, or it might not be kind. If it, like, this very well could be fucking terrible. Because I knew at the time that my mind was fucked, and I was like a terrible person. You know, I didn't let my mind get there, though. You know, and so it was like,
it was robbing banks, Heber.
Yeah, type shit, robbing banks and not giving a fuck. And so
Damn.
it's like, so I just avoided that. But then there was obviously like, I'm not gonna avoid it this time. Obviously, it's like there's no avoiding it this time. Like, and so diving into it, it was like massive, you know.
Well, at least you stretched before you took him. Shit,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? In terms of like
I
research
also,
and all that, you knew what you were getting yourself into.
Oddly enough, like I stretched in the sense of like understanding the tool, and then actually like going into like the deep end, you know, in the sense of what I understood would be the most intense and possibly painful, and it was painful, but it was like good, obviously. The best kind of pain or whatever. Suffering is progression, as they say, or yeah, but that's life. And
yeah,
it was cool. But that's why I wanted to talk about psychedelics. It's a big part in my life, and I think other people's lives. Fucking plants.
Hey man, have some respect, bro.
I don't know. I know. I'm just thinking like I love trees. Or I've been loving trees a lot more lately. Like an
Oh, I thought you were talking smack about shrooms. I'm like, bro,
amount.
they listening.
And so I'm like, it's like, oh, these are just tiny versions of like, it's like it's different. It's plants,
like,
It's like,
man.
the roots. But
I'm just thinking about because y'all said like on the second trip, like my first shit was like I was pretty like, damn. My second, I was like, damn.
Oh, well, yeah.
Especially,
I mean, obviously, like on the first one, just like looking through the timeline, any person, I'm like, oh, this is a person. And like, even on Discord servers, I'm like, that guy's fucking real. This guy only memes.
Yeah.
It's like you realize, like this guy only memes around. This guy only talks in jokes. And I'm like, that's a real person. Like, wow.
That's crazy, man.
I'm like, got a lot of respect for you, buddy. I'm like,
got something for you, man.
Yeah, but yeah. So it's like it's very different. It's just it's very different.
I feel like I can quickly glimpse of her mind because I've only had like 2 experiences, to be honest. And I would just let y'all smoke type shit. So my first time was with Miguel, and what's it called?
That was a shit show. God damn.
I mean, I feel pretty good about it, to be honest.
It could have gone so bad. So happy it didn't, though. For you, I'm talking about.
I mean, I didn't do that much, anyways. I don't think that's like the only one I ever really.
I'm like 4 grams. I fuck with you. No.
Oh my god.
No, it was just funny because it was your first time, and like you had no trip sitter. We had to be quiet because my sister had her baby at the house, and I was drunk and high off of like 3 different substances. And
I don't think I've ever had a sitter with like any of this stuff I've done. Now that I think about it. Oh my god, I've never had one.
Shit.
I've just been like so independent.
I'm like, me either, bro. Nah, I don't think any of us have, really. I don't know about Heber, actually.
For me, after like the first time, I understood that all I needed was somebody that I knew would reply if I texted. And that's like that was the caution at the time.
Oh yeah, you would ask me that ahead of time. True.
Yeah. But honestly, I think I would be fine without that. But worst comes to worst, I just like sit with myself, and there's always if you want to go the extreme caution, you could take like medicate. There's trip killers,
Take Xanax.
It's a trip killer.
That's wild, man.
It takes away the effects entirely.
Yeah, shout out Psych Substance, bro. He really hit us with that knowledge.
Like 30 minutes, you're sober.
I think.
Hey, shit.
Be
careful where you get it from.
Yeah, for sure.
What I'm thinking is
fentanyl
like
kills.
Maybe because I just haven't had a heavy dosage, but
yeah, probably shouldn't either.
I mean, I have something else, but like, I'm thinking like, I think because I've been so in that realm already.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
I'm constantly introspecting and like basically peeling myself away. So I'm like, in a sense, always in a state of pain.
Yeah.
Now that I think about
it's like the onion breaking.
So,
but I do remember that first time you took it at my crib, bro. I remember we were playing GTA towards the end of the night, and I was running over people in GTA and shit, and you like felt that, bro.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
I was like, bro, look at these motherfuckers, I'm killing them.
I'm like, oh my god, like what the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck?
I was talking to, oh man, because it also deeply, oh man, because okay, what also had me like deeply like
wasted,
because my first time it was with Miguel, but previously I met this girl. I met Jen, which deeply had like an impact on it, and it's like because it was like days after, and then I just remember like man, that's just. And the second time I did it with her.
Oh yeah, I remember you
I
were
was like,
texting her during that time too.
Yeah. It just very. It just, for me, it allowed me to open myself up to. Okay, it made me realize that I'm open to receiving when I give out, if that makes sense. Like, I've always been so used to giving out what I craved, but I never allowed it in from other people because I just couldn't believe anyone could be that way towards me for the longest time. And I'm still getting through it, to be honest. But it made me realize, like, oh my God, these things that I give out, I can get it in return. And I think that's like a big part of why I put it out. Like, maybe it's like a longing for that. And it's like a lot of this, like a lot of the stuff I'm into, like this stuff, like I want to build communities and all this. Like it all stems from like wanting to belong in like a certain place and like fully allowing that stuff in. I just remember looking at Miguel, and I was like, damn, bro, this was fucked.
But I took good care of you, bro.
I mean, I was pretty good though.
Got McDonald's later on in the night and shit.
I mean, I believe that was pretty easy for me.
It was mild. It was like no more than like half a gram. You know, it was maybe a gram at most. Now that I look back, I just remember we had the LED lights off, and like you were like, "Wow," or the LED lights on.
But my second time was actually like an experience.
True.
Yeah. I was deeply like. I remember listening on the ride back home. I was like, I can be your every single one like person you speak to. And I was listening to Tyler the Creator. I'm like, bro, I can be this guy. Like I was like, bro, I am him. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah,
it's crazy.
It made me realize, oh my God, it just that was cool.
You could do anything.
I think, yeah, you know.
Damn, I remember the first time I actually took like a decent amount, like over 2 grams type shit, was when I remember Heber and we ended up buying like, I think like 20. No, we ended up getting like 10 grams in total, and we ended up like splitting it in half. And so he took home 5, and I took home 5.
We should have gone 20, bro.
We should have gone 20 looking back, but I think we bought like all this dude had, honestly.
For real, dude.
Type shit, because I remember like he put like I think
how much
he put like a gram in a sandwich bag, and we ended up having like 10 sandwich bags, and so we ended up taking home 5 each. And so I ended up spending the night at my sister's apartment at the time, and it was her and her ex-boyfriend. And so basically, long story short, I just remember I took like, what's up?
It was 20.
It was 20?
Yeah, bro.
So really? Oh, it was. Dude, wow, that's a
20. Wait,
that's a Buffalo Road dose.
Hold on, guys.
Holy shit!
Hold on, guys. When was that?
This was 2020.
This was which era?
2020, bro. It was actually I still remember the day. It was like late October.
When did I do it?
July 2021.
Did you guys already have that quantity?
No, those were gone, bro.
They were gone. You ate them chocolates.
Yeah, you ate them chocolates, bro.
We got the plant.
That was like a whole other job era. That was like past JCPenney era, bro. That was like current job era. Like,
I was like UPS. Yeah, wow. Yeah, that was like you. Oh my God! With that, bro, with doing that, it made me quit UPS.
Shit. I shouldn't have gave you that shit. No, I'm talking with you.
I remember Miguel. Remember the day after Miguel driving me home, I was like, my head is so quiet. Like,
oh yeah. Why did we ended up throwing some clothes away or some shit? What the fuck? Oh yeah, I took out the trash. That's right. And then I took your ass home. Yeah, that's right.
So did you try to influence it with anything though, or like what would happen? Like, would you just
Oh,
stay
okay. Wait, who are you asking?
I was asking this guy.
What?
Like when your head was quiet.
Oh, the
I was
quietness.
like, this has never happened to me in my life. Like my head's never been quiet. So I remember it was like too quiet. Like it was unbearable. It was like, and now I just hear my thoughts, but they were like really negative. So like I had to be with them like 100%. So I remember this guy came in like an angel or something. We're at UPS and we were like fucking working, you know what I mean? Truck loading. And this guy, he came in and was like, this job right here, bro. Like he was asking me like what I'm into and shit. And like he
Oh,
was
the
like,
angel.
this guy, we exchanged information and they were looking like, oh, and I showed him like I'm into art and shit. He's like, that's real cool, bro. Like you should go for that shit. Like this shit right here, man. This shit right here, this shit gonna be here forever. Like this job, if you ever need, just come back, bro. Like just go for it. And I was like, you're so fucking right, bro. And that was the day, like I fucking that day was the most difficult day I've been there. And that guy came in. I was just so much overload. I took a photo of it. I was like, fuck this place.
I was thinking like, you didn't try to put on some music and like you know what I'm saying like.
No, I was listening to an audiobook, but it was not hitting at all because my head was too like negative.
Oh shit!
And this guy came in.
The like the serotonin from the next day, like an ass or whatever. The
Loki sounds like the dude was the shrooms.
No, he was the angel, dude.
He was the guiding force.
No. I just thought like God, sent him.
God.
Oh shit.
God
damn,
speaks
bro.
through,
I mean, that's good,
God
as long as you're in a better place now. I mean, shit.
God speaks to you through other people or whatever.
You know?
I really believe that. I really do.
Shit happens.
I know.
Happens.
Anyways.
Because sometimes you get compelled to tell somebody something.
Yeah, but I had a pretty, 2-gram shroom trip one time myself as well.
Alright, we ain't gonna make this a fucking tale, so, but I mean, unless you got something to say about, like, empathy.
No, fuck you.
Alright, bro.
No, but on the real though, that shit was crazy, though. I just remember having hella empathy in regards to that as well, bro. Like, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that, really.
But, like, I don't really... What I'm trying to understand from y'all is, like, how does this teach y'all?
You ain't trying to understand me.
It's because if you haven't felt that before,
not felt it, but
no,
like,
I'm just saying for us because
you guys are not really. You guys are not really like going.
Let me tell you.
You guys have never talked about it at all.
Let me tell you.
Like, what's the cut?
Let me tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So, coming from never really feeling it. Like never really fit, and then experiencing it heavily. It's like the first episode of the Midnight Gospel where they talk about reaching going on the elevator, and the doors open to the top room, and there's a big party happening, and it's like and the doors close and you go back down, but it's like the fact that you saw that's the way things go. It's like that's like dude.
Man, let's take shrooms and do an episode, y'all.
Like empathy is the best way to go about life. It's like it's like to have this is probably the most crucial thing. One of the most crucial things about life is to have this, and so and you gain that understanding if you previously didn't have that. You gain that deeply, possibly. For me at least I did, and that's what it did for me, and it's yeah.
Cool.
You feel me?
I feel you, bro.
And I'm like, Miguel had the same experience. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, and like that's like to wrap it up,
I'm like, every male in this country has the same experience.
Exactly.
Like, God damn it.
Like, there's no A, B, and C. They're all A's.
But yeah,
laugh, no. Hell no, yeah, no, for sure. No, I definitely didn't have that experience, bro. That shit was kind of weak compared to my experience, but look at us. Nah, bro. I was talking on my ass. Then.
So, you guys ready to move on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Now we're gonna talk about the empathy we have with each other, guys.
Ooh, I gotta go on for this one. Look at us. Ooh, we wanna get into it. You thought the shoe was good? Hell nah, this one really gonna bring out
this one's really
demons.
Like a preface. I feel like this one's really just like a conversation between us. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like,
ain't that the whole premise of this dadgum podcast, dude?
No.
Yeah.
Shit, who else are we talking to? Nah, fucking shit. I love our viewers, man. On some real shit. But yeah, no. So the empathy we have with ourselves and like with each other, bro. Really, just with each other. Cause I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. To run a podcast, it ain't the easiest thing in the world if you don't got empathy. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to understand, like Chris was saying earlier, how he was like low key reading me and shit. A little bit too hard, I would say, but you know, he was reading me, trying to like, you know, like understanding who you're like essentially working with, talking to, you know, like you understand the homies, you know, we homies. I consider y'all my homies. I consider y'all my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to say, like, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about y'all and understanding y'all and shit. Shut your ass up with your guard up, ass. Look at that boy. Your electric guitar in the back with your keyboard piano, but like, what's it called? With your blue sweater. Like, I'm trying to get at this.
What are you trying to get at? Is that you don't got no fucking empathy, motherfucker.
I don't. I've been saying that, but like I do though.
Imagine I don't. Really, what he's been saying. He's like, I don't have no empathy for these guys at all.
I done found some empathy through y'all though. That's the thing.
That's looking what you've been saying.
I done found some through y'all, bro. Like y'all actually like brought out some empathic properties. Cause y'all empaths, bro. Both y'all empaths as fuck. I'm gonna keep it a G. Heber like, nah, I'm psycho.
I'm working on it.
Huh?
I'm working on it.
Well, Chris is at least to the T, but Heber, don't undermine yourself, bro. You pretty empathic, bro.
I know I'm versed, but I ain't been versed. You know what I'm saying?
Well, y'all more empathic than I am.
Versed, but I ain't been versed.
And it ain't no contest or nothing. It's just from what y'all said.
I'm finna tweet that. I'm versed, but I ain't been versed.
I'm fucking tweeting during the cast. That's like making a sandwich during.
You better show that off. How you say it? What you say?
I'm versed, but I ain't been versed. You know. Like,
I'm like, yeah. When you start talking about you, I'm finna post a selfie on Instagram. Like,
it's for.
I'm versed.
Wait, what are you?
I'm
versed.
I don't get it.
It was just it's in regards to the context of the fact that I only like more so recently in life gained empathy, and yeah. Okay. Like I'm versed.
But yeah. I pretty much said what needed to be said. Next,
it's more so something to leave in the drafts.
How y'all feel about empathy with each other, bro?
So real spill.
Cause we all mad different, bro, but we all very similar. Mad different but similar. We all got our own little things. So like I said, Chris is a triangle, Heber a circle, and I'm a diamond. You know what I'm saying? We all shapes.
So real spill. It's I think it's like there's definitely like a progression that's happened. Even like throughout the past year. Like it's
I agree.
You know, it's an important thing to talk about as a team, you know, and as a friend group, as friends.
Fuck that shit. We brothers, man.
As brothers.
Slaps.
That's it.
You going, man? Like, what you doing, man?
Damn, bro, what the fuck?
Chris, take it away, bro. This fool don't love us.
For real, like I've been.
I just wanted to make the joke.
Y'all really gonna make me say the most about this? Like that just says a lot. Now look at that.
Y'all need to put y'all pants on, bro.
No,
motherfucker, I don't got a lot.
No, no, real spell my bad.
So,
I bet Chris got shorts on.
Alright, man. Look, the reason Chris is saying to put our pants up is because there's like a reality to this that like we're not speaking upon. I feel, you know what I'm saying?
Talking about he ain't even said none.
I don't know, man. I just, you know, I feel like I feel like personally, I'm speaking from a personal angle here. I like analyze decently. I feel like I analyze the friend group, you know,
Oh yeah, yeah.
in some sense. But
like calling people out on their shit.
I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, in terms of like the podcast and like critical improvements, but not as well.
Oh, me, man, we first started this whole, you was like, hey, man, don't do that, 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 don't do that. But it was all for love, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I realized, bro, like, I was going back to the communication. I was like, man, I didn't really realize, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's really empathy with each other, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Okay, let's go beyond the podcast, guys. Like, I'm talking about like the evolution towards like our relationship with each other.
Yeah, okay, yeah, for sure,
Like
for
we
sure.
met, because I met this fool like Miguel pre-K. I've been knowing
Talk
this
about
for
the
like
evolution.
That's
I've been knowing this
crazy.
for like all my life, bro.
Oh, man, you're gonna make me cry.
I've been knowing this for all my fucking life, and I met Heber in 5th grade. Well,
Same.
met
No.
him, you know.
I saw him with my own two eyes in third. Didn't have the chance to speak to him.
3rd grade?
Didn't have the chance to speak to him till 5th. I thought he was Indian, and
he was.
I thought he was. He was. Nah, but yeah, no. We've known each other for a minute, y'all. I've known y'all for over a decade. Fuck Tavian. I've known y'all for over a decade. No, shout out Tavian. But yeah, no, our relationship as homies definitely, and like I hope it stays as homies. I ain't trying to like, you know, I ain't trying to fruity shit. Nah, look at that. But
this is gay as fuck,
bro. Nah, bro. I'm like, nah, bro. No, I'm not. I'm just joking.
No, bro.
But yeah, bro, like, you know how they say like friendships take effort and shit. Like I feel like it was effortless with y'all. Look at that.
It's funny.
Hell no. The fuck?
It was effortless. We just aligned.
I don't know. I mean, as kids, I always kind of like. Well, I kind of like. Maybe not necessarily empathize, but like saw you as a person, like this type of person as a kid. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, that's him. You know, oh, that's him. You know, and it's just kind of like I don't know. It wasn't.
I don't know. It's interesting, man, because
it's difficult.
Yeah, it's interesting because Heber's this one way. He's a specific kind of person. He's pretty much been that same dude. I mean, we've all kind of, in a way, still been that same person to the core. I feel like
it's very different because we've been friends for so long.
Yeah,
you know, I think there's like a thing there where like there's like maybe like a hurdle, you know.
Oh yeah, there's so many hurdles, dude.
Yeah,
absolutely. I feel like in a way, like our friendship has taught us so many lessons about each other and ourselves. Like, I don't know, what was it? Like, I just used to pick on Heber, bro, and like that was part of our friendship for so long. And then like homie like told me like, bro, you don't be like this to people. And I'm like, oh, you're so right, bro. That's where my empathy started kicking in. And then with Chris, it was like Chris brought out like my, I don't even know, bro. We motherfucking grizzly bears, you know what I'm saying? Shit interesting, bro. Shit mad interesting. But I think where we all clicked, bro, was our sense of humor.
I was supposed to say about me.
Yeah, we just grizzly bears. I think where we all clicked though was our sense of humor, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think we all clicked initially with our sense of humor. You don't think so? I personally, I think that's what we. I think we all laughed at the same shit. Like, we saw motherfucking die on TV. We thought that shit was funny. You know what I'm saying? Nah, like on some dark humor shit.
I don't know about that. Like, I know that's how some friendships start, but that's
I remember going to Heber's house in 5th grade. We were talking about this the other day too. Heber, that's funny. And like I just fucking go through
I
this
mean,
homie stuff.
in some way, Miguel isn't like entirely wrong. I feel like in fifth grade, like we laughed a lot, Chris. You know what I'm saying? That was like a big like. I feel like. Pretty,
Yeah. I'm like, I don't remember.
I know you don't remember like fucking.
Man, like there wasn't a day I wouldn't piss myself, bro. Like it was that fun to like.
I remember. Like,
Yeah, there wasn't a day I wouldn't come home and have to like wash my shit, cause like I was always like pissing myself, bro, when I was around y'all. And it was mainly myself making myself laugh, but still, it was fun as shit. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. It's interesting, cause y'all was like y'all dead has been like my ride or dies, bro. Like
okay.
like I don't got a podcast with nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So moving forward, because I feel like school is very easy because like
Yeah, middle school. No.
I mean elementary is like we met, you know, like we never know, you know. We
And then I lost Chris in middle school.
yeah, middle school didn't really see this full Heber. I mean Miguel. But I've always been with Heber, to be honest. It's kind of crazy that I think about it.
Me too.
But I feel, I mean,
Heber kept us all together. I feel.
Not okay.
I don't know. I'm just shoot. I can't keep nothing to mind right now.
That's so true.
But
how you feel, Chris?
I feel that it mainly. I think it changed. I mean, we've all individually radically changed. To be honest,
radically for sure.
Yeah.
Except for Heber's hairstyle.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's all radically changed, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true.
Like, I think there was a book on, there's this topic of love, on that if you love someone, you don't really hold them to who they are. It's kind of just like an experience within itself. It's like if you're experiencing an album, but if you close yourself off to the music, then you won't hear it. And I feel like that goes the same with people. Like if you close yourself off to like people changing, you're not gonna be there for it, and you kind of just miss it.
That's so true.
I think a lot of that came from like witnessing y'all change in like ideologies, like just changing your mind. Because I've talked to y'all motherfuckers like basically every day or every other day for like years now I think about it.
Damn.
But it's crazy how much influence we have on each other.
Facts.
Because if one of us is talking, I remember like if we separate, if they know us individually, but then that person talks, like one of our like outside friends of this group talks to us, he's like, bro, you're just like him. But like, cause we don't even know, cause we like a mold.
Yeah. It's like it's the energy that I think that makes him say that, but it's like the reality. We're very different people.
We're very different, but
thank God, bro. Like I know some cliques that they like 50 of the same fools, bro. Like imagine if we all dress the same hairstyles.
I'm so glad we don't. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if we all dressed
this is an empathy.
Yeah, for one day, but like
let's empathize with these people, okay? Let's just not
like there comes a boundary where we all gotta be our own version of it. You know what I'm saying? We can't all be in unison.
Hate to anybody, and I think
what?
Because like
I'm not sneak dissing.
Yeah, I know you sneak dissing.
Fuck up.
I know you sneak dissing to the max right now. Like,
Shut up, bro.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe it was me that
was like,
we'll continue with this. I feel that once we got out of a high school, it was like a very different step. Cause like honestly, we could have like, parted ways type shit.
Shut up.
I feel that I feel a big contributing force. If I feel like okay, let's dwindle a little bit. I feel if Heber didn't work at Witch, there's a chance I would have not gone there. But if we didn't all go there, we would have not all gone to J.C. Penney together. You know what I mean?
That's interesting to think about. I never thought about that.
Me
I
neither.
never have. Neither have I.
I guess
So,
God works his ways. I don't know.
Shout out Angie.
So you never really know. So you never really know. That's a God.
Like, do not say that on here.
I'm like, shout out Eric. Like, what? Yeah.
Speaking of Eric, a different Eric. He gave me the job at Subway. The car.
Oh, yeah.
But I just like this very minor things that we don't really know how much radically we're gonna keep in each other's lives if that thing didn't happen. Because if we didn't all work together, I wonder if we would have all like kept at it. You know what I mean? Because COVID happened.
Kept that like being friends or what?
Yeah, maybe like done more shit together. Like we probably would have stayed in each other's lives, but like to the degree that we're at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see.
No, for sure.
I just know we've, and like I feel like
I don't know, man.
I feel now it's like trying to bring the most for me. I want to like try to bring the most out of one like each other now, and I feel like that's how I am with a lot of people now. Because if you don't really want to see like your homie at their best version, then you just hate it on the low. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, how can we literally craft each other about ourselves at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a big thing I think about like every week. You know, it's like there's always thoughts of like how, or like of how you guys want to like improve your where you want to go and how you wish to go about your life, and like really wanting to dive deeper on that, and like and then because then I can think of even like further ideas of like to spew back at you, you know.
Oh God, Heber, you gotta get your ass in the gym, bro.
No, but Miguel, you get what I'm saying. You know, it's just like, do you hear me out? Like,
yes.
Because like, you know, because I kind of like probably like a big reason. You know, I consume a lot of podcasts. You know, a lot of these podcasts have like musicians, and there's like a lot of conversations that like obviously make me think about you, and even in any other podcasts that I listen to make me think about like both of you in terms of your different like your different wants, the things that I know you want in life, and having further discussions about what you want, because I know for Chris, maybe his wants are like might rapidly change in certain areas. So it's about having these consistent. I don't know, and it's about having these consistent conversations so that we can like know that we're helping each other grow in some ways, and like, you know, be helpful. It's really important to me, at least.
It is definitely important, and I want to get more of like. Oh man. I'm sorry, I just drink so much water.
That's nice.
I want to get, fuck. I want to get more in the lines of like, what interests you, you know what I mean? Like, on what, like, how we can add to each other's lives, because what else is there to do in like in life, to be honest?
Because it's like the thing is like, you gotta build with people, you know? Like,
it's like really, that's all I really want to do now.
All I want to do is build shit
and
with the homies and people that I fucks with, man.
And it's like
me.
You know, I see a lot in like most of like the podcasts. It's like they talk about, you know, they talk about their team, you know, and like the team with the team thing, and it's like it's a thing to strive for. Everybody's striving to be in a team, you know, to.
I feel like that's like one of the main contributors. Like for me, like I just know it. Like it's
we have a team going on here.
I definitely, I think we just don't really we don't really like.
No, I really do.
I realize it. Y'all my teammates, bro. I'm your leader. You like, yo, y'all froze on me, bro.
Just let that sink in, whatever he said. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
whatever
I'm like,
fuck
they
he
looked at me
said.
like they looked at me like they leader. I mean, shit. Like,
anyways, so the call. We've just changed so much, and so much.
some things happen,
And
but
it's
yeah.
Sometimes I foresee it.
I just
Imagine, like, sometimes I foresee it.
well, I'm thinking like, cause we work in different ways, and our minds be different,
For sure.
and to understand stuff. So I had to like radically.
Yeah, and I also think about how your guys' minds are as well, you know?
Yeah.
And
I'm like, fuck, like this fool. Like I need to think about. I know how I express myself has changed. Well, I try my best, but like trying to make myself more understandable because it's just not myself anymore, you know. So like, there's a lot of that shit. So it's just like ways to work with each other has. Like it's thinking ahead about how we're gonna affect each other. So like empathy is always in the play of creation. Yeah, it's just been. I just wonder, because I was with my friend the other day. Well, yeah, technically not the other day. It's like we never really know what we're gonna make with each other, but I feel that's the whole thing, to be very open to experiences with each other. And like I was making this drawing, then we collab, and every time we do this, we're collabing. And it's like we never really fucking know what's gonna happen. And I don't think really anyone knows, but the main point is to like be open with yourself and to others, and
to enjoy.
yeah, basically like there's really nothing else.
Yeah.
Like this one guy, he said, he's like, his 3 rules for life are: number 1, show up; number 2, keep going; number 3, enjoy. He's like,
That's dope. Gotta write that down right here.
on his forehead.
Bro, like, I still want a tattoo, y'all. Like, when we gonna do that, bro? I might just get it with Heber, bro. As soon as I get it, like, we might perfect this motherfucker, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm not down anytime soon. To be real.
I could, damn, bro.
I'm gonna wait till like my brain is fully developed and I can really decide if I want that.
Bro, what if you tomorrow?
Bro, we're gonna be brainstorming this.
Well,
shit.
then I'm gonna die tattooless.
Bro, bro.
So gay.
When do we start the brains? Okay, so I've been holding back on the brainstorming for that because
what?
For that tattoo.
I just remember a guy.
Someone to look cool.
Who was a guy with you, bro?
Well, yeah, we get our inspiration from people.
like he was like, I need better friends. Like I need different friends.
Like good on him for knowing, I guess, you know.
True. Because like, I think a lot of my tattoos would be like matching. I'm really into that. Like matching. Yeah, I like matching tattoos, like collabing.
You mean with people? Oh, okay. I thought you just meant like matching in some other sense, like colors. I don't know.
I mean, sure, but like I'm talking about in the tattoo sense, like matching tattoos. Like I want that with a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like you left a mark on me. Let me like symbolize it on my skin.
But what if in like 20 years that person is so dirty and you're like, fuck you, got you on my life?
But the thing is, you validating everything else that happened before.
Yeah, like I mean,
what?
That's like
you wouldn't have had that fuck you if it didn't exist. So you kind of like you erasing that as like they didn't even exist, and it's like to say that is like you miss.
Oh yeah, like they're a part of you forever now type beat.
Yeah.
You don't get a tattoo.
It's like the journey is the reason for the cause the outcome.
It's literally like your life is written without you even knowing, bro. Like,
oh, that's far. Let's go get a tattoo. Looking ass.
Like,
That changed everything.
Like, thank you. That's it. Thank you, bro.
Like pure manipulation. Nah, I'm still holding my ground on that.
Bro, low key, if we get this, bro, I'm gonna just get a bunch of other tattoos.
A bunch of what?
Bunch of other tattoos, like some other fucking.
I know, and then before you know it, I'm gonna be broke and fucking sleeved up. Like I don't know if that's where I want to be at right now. You know, like that's another thing too. Like I know Chris was saying the other day, like he thinks he'd have self control. That's the thing. I know I wouldn't have self control.
Damn, Miguel.
I like pain. I like needles, bro.
You like physical pain, but you don't like mental pain. I thought you were like stay hard type shit.
Who said I don't like mental pain?
Yeah,
Fuck said that.
You gotta
Fuck.
fix yourself, bro.
Move on.
Who the fuck said that?
You gotta fix yourself.
Yeah. Why are we talking about tats, y'all? It's supposed to be about empathy.
Yeah, we should like. Well, it's because it's like with each other, you know. It's maybe,
facts.
Maybe you should like empathize with like
You
our
should-
reasons.
Yeah, you should understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, maybe we should try to empathize with Miguel.
I'm from the LBC. Look
No.
at that.
This is one scenario where we can't empathize with each other.
For real, y'all some haters, bro.
Nah, bro. Like
Y'all be teaming up on me over the dumbest shit ever, and I just stay winning.
I mean,
this one, no, he a
he's
loser.
like, how could I lose if I was Charles or whatever? Like,
Hey, there you go.
But you know, the tattoo debate's a societal thing. Who fucking knows?
For real. I'll probably get one before I die, though. Like, for sure.
I mean, that's just, you know, people different. I don't know. We should probably. I mean, I don't know. You guys got anything else to say about like empathy with each other?
Not really, bro. Just my slime mates, for real.
Yeah, my slimes for real. I don't know. I mean, we should probably like do like
Something.
like I was like, we should do something special. Like, you know.
Do something special?
Like, you know.
Wait, this is how we ending it off?
No, there's another segment.
Like, fuck. Nah. No, for sure. But I still let's get to that next segment so we can just.
That's funny. Let's just get to it, bro. Like, please.
Like, this ain't no show and tell, man.
Compassion towards ourselves.
Oh yeah, let's just call it a wrap. No, I'm looking at you. All right, so compassion with ourselves, huh?
I mean, it's a big one. You know,
Alright.
I think.
So for those that don't know what compassion means, because I just found out about this with this episode myself, compassion is basically once you feel the empathy, once you understand what the other person or whatever it is you're feeling, once you understand, then you actually act out. And I like the hand gestures, Heber, because that's true. It's like it's within, then it goes with that out in the exterior world. It's the act of kindness, some folks would say. And so, compassion that we have towards ourselves, you said, Heber?
Yeah, we wanted to make that the segment because, you know, some self-love, you know, some, but also to talk about the compassion aspect of life, because it's like, it's a general thing that happens after empathy. What's so fucking funny?
So fucking funny. I want to laugh. I'm laughing, but I want to laugh.
You know how I wanted to make this a topic at the end? Like, I really wanted, like, compassion. What if I'm like, and you're like, y'all talk y'all shit, y'all have a lot to say. I'm like, I'm good, bro. Like, I don't say nothing.
Go to sleep, bro.
I understand.
Just
that
put a
as
picture
well.
of Chris and call it a night.
I understand that as well.
What if we just have a picture of Chris for his square?
I'm like, I think they got the point of it.
This could be a 5-hour episode on me.
What if every podcast was just a picture like this, like the whole time?
That's funny. What if it was like an OG picture where your screen was green and purple, bro? Hell no.
Get a new one.
This was darker times. Hell no. But acts of kindness, man, are just things that we do for ourselves.
I mean, for me personally, I know I could get into like, so instantly say, yeah, take it away.
I've been just feeling like, ooh, but I'll let you go first, though. Yeah.
But just because, you know, compassion towards, you know, it's the, you know, like I mentioned earlier, going through and like kind of like loving myself eventually, and like, and also like,
True, because you hated yourself.
Yeah, and also being okay with loving
You don't need
yourself,
it to be funny, like dead ass.
and like obviously I see in other people some of their struggles to love themselves, and there's different paths some people take, and some of like what I was like kind of seeing was I'm trying to think. I should just like went away.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Chris because I shot him.
I don't care, but
you don't care that I shot, bro.
You were talking about how different acts of kindness.
I don't like saying that. I don't think it's a good phrase, but
okay. Well, how has it been? Because you've been doing some type of, because when we hanged out last time, like you were doing some different types of things to show like more, basically the word that came up to mind is like more affection towards yourself, or like more like compassion. I think I used the wrong word, but it's like self love is really the only real word. But how far can it go?
How far can what go?
Self love go?
You can
well,
become.
I think in terms of intensity is I think what you're getting at, but I mean that varies. It's very varied, but I mean
self love, bro, can go
it's
to
like
the point.
It's a thing of like
where
understanding.
I mean, yeah, too much of anything's bad.
I don't know about bad. It's just, I mean, maybe. I mean, then it would be labeled something else. I feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll go down into another label. I mean, yeah, you're right. I agree. Shit, what are some examples of compassion towards yourself, Heber, that you've done?
Well, I was thinking how sometimes, or at least like in the past, and like this was like partly like part of my personal progression, which is why I prefaced earlier that people have different types of progression with self love and how they get there, and and it's like it's very varied for different people. How they feel about themselves, and for me,
that's true.
There was like different waves, different like modes of it, I guess, and I talked about earlier the going through situations in my mind where I would do the thing I thought was the genuinely good thing to do, and like loving myself because I was a good person, but then more so like afterwards I kind of got into like some of the things that so my actions. It had to do with like my actions and my expression, and how sometimes I would express myself in a way where I think, or like my mindset would it's like I think somebody would love the way I'm expressing myself, but it's like the things that I love the way I'm expressing myself. It's like that somebody's me. Like the fuck, like that somebody's right here. That somebody's right here, and so it's like so that there's that progression. But there was like a period of kind of noticing like I feel like I'm doing this for somebody else, but it's like I like this because of my but I knew it got to that point fast though, or after the realization. But it was but there's that aspect, might be different. I think that's kind of like I don't know the peak point for me right now, in terms of like being all around well with self love. I don't think it could get much further than where I'm at right now, to be honest. If it does, if it does,
what's your level?
I don't fucking know. 99.
That reminded me a lot about how I had like a pretty deep insecurity about how into I can get into stuff.
Right.
Madly, and I use the word obsessed, but it was said in a negative connotation about how much I can just love something, and I was just told like the different way to look at it. Like it's very just passionate about what I'm into, and because I just had troubles with just allowing myself to really speak on what's on my mind, and how he was saying it, I was like, I remember I would like present in a sense. Like this shit that I was into, like almost like, are you interested in this? But I'm like, damn, bro, this shit's fire when I'm into, man. Like, bro, like I got, man, I'm just so into so many things. I just get way, way more into it, and it's really, really nice because it's like a support system that I depended on someone else is now existing in oneself. So it's made me it's made me like a much more independent person.
I think I just like thought of like the next like step for my like that's kind of like been recently happening is like I kind of realized like there was nothing that I was like doing that was like 100% for myself, you know, and like in some sense it's like that's like lacking some sense of self-love in that way. I don't know, it's if you're not doing anything that's for yourself, and so there
Yeah.
was and so it's like and so I started doing things for myself, you know, and like really like because typically anything that I would create would have like the undermining of, you know, this like I want this to impact in the best possible way, you know, and to take something and that like it was a completely it's still it's one of my big value it's one of my values, and it's something super important for the videos that I'm making, but you know, this is just another realm of creation, I guess, you know, to truly do it out of an entirely like it was actually like kind of hard for me to like, or it took me like a little just like a day or two to like fully be okay with just making like the thesis of the video, or like the video like things I love, you know, that's it, that's like this is what I love, you know, because it was like it felt like a bit like too personal and not like not not giving enough value. I felt like I felt like I wasn't giving enough value, but it's all right since it's just for me, you know. There's I don't need to give the value because, you know, I did it for myself. But yeah.
Nah, I feel you really heavily on that. A lot of the stuff I'm getting into a lot is self acceptance, and like in Buddhism it talks about once you're just fully there with yourself, you just kind of do things like it just second nature, like to be so caring towards people, it just becomes second nature, and to be so caring towards yourself and to bring more into the world, it just is like you just
Right.
soul yourself.
Okay.
And that's like the path I'm going to, because there's all this like other things in the back of my head, like I can't do that, I can't do this, but I'm like, the fuck, like you can do anything, bro. Like anything that exists right now, I thought they couldn't be done, and now it's here, and it's not yeah. So it's like to have so much faith in yourself, but just to let yourself completely be, is that's kind of it.
I'm gonna be president one day.
If you want to, bro. Like I can tell you no, but who fucking knows?
I was kind of hoping y'all tell me no.
Yeah, well, the only reason I would tell you no is because I kind of want to be president, you know. But like, maybe you could go after me or whatever. I don't know.
What was the only reason, Heber?
Because I wanted to be president.
Oh damn! I wanted to be president too.
Hey, y'all go after me.
Why can't I go before you?
What if, bro? Has there ever been a gay president? Like, what if we get married?
There's
like,
gotta
what,
be.
like,
There's gotta be.
There probably was one, bro.
Statistically,
the first man.
Statistically, there's got to be. There's got to
But
be.
like, but hold on. Like, gay man, right? Then
It's not gay to fucking do
it. Hold on, bro. Like, if he's the president,
you would say that.
then if he's the president, what about the second? Like, has there ever been like You know what I mean? Like Michelle Obama is like, oh fuck, I don't.
Like the
I
first.
just don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, the first.
There's been a lot of firsts. Mr.
I
Obama
don't know.
was the.
I don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
this
that's
shit.
what I-
It's
that's
just
what I
What's wrong with Michelle Obama?
No.
never mind, bro. I just don't know I'm just not. I'm barely American sometimes, you know.
Shit, I guess I am too. If I don't know what's going on with Miss Obama,
But
bro.
I think America's great.
Shit, nah, but with compassion, bro, I don't know, man. I feel like it's very important to listen to your body. You know what I'm saying? Like your body will tell you to listen when the time's right. And it's interesting, bro, because I've compassionately drank because I care about myself, but I've also compassionately stopped drinking because I also care about myself. So I tend to do a lot of. Damn, bro, why you talking over there like that? Nah, but I tend to do two of the different outcomes for the same reason sometimes, and I do that quite a bit. Shit, I be making too much ruckus. Nah, but yeah, I don't know, man. But I just think, for one, with compassion, it's always acting whenever. Damn, why you so damn close up?
I just want to just get real with you, bro.
Like I could get real with your bag, bro. God damn, let me get the light up in this joint. So today,
I thought he just put up his joint.
His mind's like a fog.
Today we're flying over the Bahamas, and I think we're about to crash. Mayday! Anyways, for those that can't see the screen right now, we are like all breathing on y'all's screen right now, and yeah, I got a bright light in my face. Chris's piercing is looking more diamondy than ever, and Heber's peach fuzz is showing. So, compassion. Shave that shit, Heber. Nah, just kidding. Yeah,
But I feel with compassion, we're just talking about empathy, but compassion is more like to do the things that like supporting yourself.
Yeah, so quit drinking.
So it's like taking initiative with the
Go to the gym.
Taking more initiative with yourself.
Eat better, sleep more.
Being like very supportive of
Take your
yourself
vitamins.
and wanting to see yourself to get to the best level or just becoming what you are in a sense.
Yeah,
Or
unlearning
the things that you're not and fully accepting of what you are.
I'm not still doing this. Yeah, no, like if you believe in, if you want to be more with the church, go to church, bro. Like,
Hold on, listen. I took my headphones out.
Shit, that's his loss. Shit. I mean, if you want to fucking,
That's
whatever
your
it is you're
loss.
trying to strive to be, act on it because, at the end of the day, you understand it. Just does it. Just does it, man.
Guys, is that everything you have to say about this, Miguel?
What is Chris doing right now?
He's posing.
Yeah, that's it.
I was like, that's gonna be his
Yes.
picture whenever he wants to tap out on
So I
the
just wanted to
cast.
give
For real.
like some ending thoughts. Some
Yeah.
ending fucking thoughts. So shut the fuck up.
I understand.
So I was just thinking about. I was looking. Let me tell you. I was looking at this, right? I was looking at this, and as I was looking at it, I was.
Whoa,
thinking,
what is that?
Bro, this fool got a Thanos hand, bro.
You flicking me
Iron
off,
Man.
bro?
It's an Infinity Gauntlet,
Did you make that?
I
Did you
made
make
this.
that?
I made this.
That's so cool.
Yo, he has a Lego Iron Man fist.
But the thing
He has a
is,
Lego Iron
I was
Fist,
thinking
bro.
about the eternal sadness that I get when I think about the fact that this isn't real,
Bro, yes it is.
and how ever since
It's
I was,
really real.
but ever since I was a kid, and I would get toys, it was the biggest disappointment. The fact that this shit doesn't work. Like how it
If you
does.
put it on and you hit something against it,
this
it's gonna break.
Like this shit does. Like these Infinity Stones, they don't work like they do in the movies. Like,
Heber, there's a separation with
I'm just
reality
saying.
and fantasy.
I'm just saying.
He was a kid, Chris.
I'm just saying, as a kid.
He's an adult now, and he's full saying right now.
Well, yeah, because it's the same.
You're like 29.
Because the pain doesn't go away. It doesn't go away.
He's 29?
Yes, the fact that yes, I'm 29. Like I'm 20.
Motherfucker looks the youngest here, bro. How's he 29?
Weird. Like
Fucking
16.
genetics, man. Fucking genetics.
No, bro, I'm listening, though.
I mean,
So the
really
fact what?
Oh, it's just the fact that that pain is like still there. The fact that that shit like, but this can maybe lead into like this is a personal topic for like the ending fucking promo.
I say go sweat it off at the gym or something.
But the fact of the matter is that I often think about the lack of innovation in toys and all the fucking. Yeah.
Toys.
Yes, dude. Like,
yo, let's cut this shit out. This is getting stupid.
Like the lack of innovation in these fucking
This
toys.
is so stupid,
like this shit should at least light up.
This ain't even about fucking. This ain't even a Tails anymore, bro.
You gotta do it then. You gotta make toys.
I know, I fucking do. God damn it.
Shit.
God damn it.
I didn't know he wanted to make toys.
It's the same shit with clothes, man. It's like
Make sex toys, bro. Then I'll buy them.
Fuck you, bro.
Nah, man. This is like one of the big things that like upsets me, like about companies, and like I'm like, bro, nobody's gonna fucking do it. Like, I fucking hate them for it.
It starts with you.
I know it starts with me, but the thing is like I've had this kind of hatred my whole life, and like as a kid I couldn't do anything about it, and like now I'm kind of like.
Wait. Hey bro, yo, there's certain reasons why certain emotions are in you. You gotta use it. Like it's in you for your whole life for a reason. Like you gotta transmute it to something.
I'm on another flow right now. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna try to. Okay, maybe this is a calling to try to integrate this more, because it's a.
This is a call to action.
Yeah, it is a call to action.
This is like a step in the void.
Yeah, I think this is probably like the leaping point.
There better not be no mental jerk off, bro.
Oh, it's definitely not.
How do you say this definitely is?
Oh no, sorry. No, it's eagerness right now, but
damn, this is so new to me. I wish you told me this earlier. We could have had like
play dates.
Huh? Yeah, that's about it. Huh?
Well, I'm pretty content.
Yeah.
So y'all want to record the episode now or what?
I just wanted to mention that.
Don't say that.
I just wanted to mention that before we start.
Because that was just our warm up. I mean, if we do it just like that again, we should be good, y'all. Like, I think that would have been great. I don't even think we needed the warm up. Like, should we just drop this instead of the, like, as a warm up? Like, we'll just say it's like the actual episode. Like,
all right, bro.
Type shit. All right, I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. It's your boy Scopic, aka OGKO, aka Miguel.
But then I want to innovate in all these other spaces, man.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you don't give a fuck and you a man.
That's right.
But on all seriousness though, much love. Yeah.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah, have a good
Who are y'all again? Why aren't y'all saying y'all's names?
It's been Heber.
They know who I am, bro.
No, they don't. You like the motherfucker, like, you know who the fuck it is.
God willing.
They don't even know how to spell your name right, I bet.
I pray for y'all. I hope y'all doing good, you know. Holy.
Holy.
Yeah.
Holy.
With my whole being. I really pray for y'all. But
yeah, man. I hope whatever situation.
I pray for a lot of people.
Our viewer, listener, follower, supporter.
You know what I heard recently?
Like a lot of people fucking up right now.
You know what I heard recently? What's it called? One time, Justin Bieber's mom went on TV and told everybody to pray for his son that he doesn't lose his way with God. And what do you know? That shit worked.
He lost his way.
Nah, that shit worked.
I was about to say, if the opposite happened.
He was like, bro, she really got that shit in the bag with like, because dude, praying works, you know? If you just get everybody, you know, like
speaking into existence kind of thing?
No, it's just like praying works. Like, it's not that. It's just praying works. You can think of it how you want, but it works.
Praying's incredible. Yeah.
And if it don't, shit, it works. I don't know. Well, that's all I can say. It works. I don't even know if it works. I don't even know. I just believe it.
All right. Well, with that being
I think it's good
said,
to believe it.
if you really need your prayers to be answered, go to Justin Bieber's mom.
All right, y'all. Thank you for watching to the end. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and
I already told them.
that's it.
But you can tell them again.
Bye.
Chris, you want to tell them as well?
Bye. Say bye.
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 That's the
Can
end.
we harmonize?
Why my hand look like that?
Bye.
Bye.
You suck.
Why would we do that?
Wait. Okay, one after the other. Very like one after the other. All right. Bye.
I'll go last.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, go in.
Bye. Miguel killed that shit. Miguel really fucking just.
You suck.
I suck.